to invite on the dais Shri P.P. Chaudhari, Honourable Minister of State for Information and Technology, Government of India, to deliver the Chief Guest Address. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly put your hands together for Shri P.P. Chaudhari.
Mr. V.K. Gautam, Principal Secretary, Directorate of IT, Government of Maharashtra, Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan, Managing Director and CEO, Bombay Stock Exchange, Mr. Karan Johar, filmmaker, I think he must be here just now, Mr. Girish Menon, Director, Media and Entertainment, KPMG India, Dr. Lalit Kanodia, Founder CEO, TCS, distinguished delegates from industry, government and PSUs, distinguished invitees, and friends from the print and electronics media. It is a privilege indeed to be the guest of honor at the Economics Times Enterprise Digital Transformation Summit 2016. I thank Economics Times and HP Group for organizing this event and inviting me to speak on this important occasion and share some thoughts on India's digital readiness and preparedness to deal with digital disruptions. Friends, it was just about a decade back that the digital technologies were commonly identified with computers and few other electronic devices. Apart from these obvious symbols of gadgets and digital technologies were seen to be only for the experts. Today we are witnessing what may be called digital disruption across a wide range of human endeavor. The ubiquitous nature of digital technologies has made it difficult to draw a clear line between what is digital and what is not digital. Whether they are mobiles, household gadgets, or even automobiles, most products have a large content of electronics and digital technologies or involve digital technologies for production. The terms 3D printing, robotics, virtual reality, drones, Internet of Things, IoT, and so on were until recently considered to be in the realm of possibility, but in the distant future. Today, many of these technologies are being applied in different spheres. Friends, India has been a major provider of IT services to the world. As we see, as on today, the India has occupied almost 60% of the export in the IT-enabled services. The 40% is remaining part of the world, and almost we are exporting about 8 lakh crores, and we are doing well in it on account of the fact that we have skilled people in IT-enabled services, we are having engineers, we are having scientists, we are having entrepreneurs. While India needs to continue to remain internationally competitive in the IT field, the domestic market for IT is also set for a major expansion. It shows the vision of the Prime Minister about the digital India in every walk of life. And we see, I will submit before you after some time, that how a phenomenal growth it is only a sector where we have achieved the tremendous growth. As a matter of fact, the world of IT has got totally transformed with the integration of financial services with IT platforms, rise of digital aggregation services, e-commerce and all pervasive social media. The oncoming wave of the Internet of Things may well make the traditional distinction between electronic hardware and software a thing of the past. It may not be wrong to say that the world today is witnessing a new wave, or rather a deluge of digital technologies whose disruptive impact will be cross-cutting and across borders. Naturally, the question arises as to whether India is ready to take advantage of this new wave and what really should be done to ensure that India rides this wave to become a developed country. No doubt we have not seen and taken the benefit of the industrial revolution. But this is a high time for the business, for the India as a whole, for the young India as a whole, to see the digital revolution. And I think India can win this battle. And he can one of the country as a leading the digital revolution, because looking to the population of the country, it is around 130 crores, 1.3 billion. And the consumer market is so great. We are having the galaxy of the engineers, scientists, and now we will train these people as skilled people for in electronics and IT sectors. Friends, digital readiness is a multidimensional concept. It has a diverse interpretation depending upon the individual or the entity involved. For the policymaker, digital readiness implies the capacity to use digital technologies to reach out to the citizen and to be able to bridge the gap between the digital haves and have-nots. It means finding ways of involving citizens in the process of growth and development by using digital technologies. It means taking steps to strengthen institutions of governance by using digital technologies. Being digitally ready would also require putting in place IT infrastructure which is needed for computing, storage, as well as fast connectivity. From the perspective of business enterprise, the proliferation of digital technology provides scope for growth and expansion. Digital technologies also provide the means and tools to various enterprises to become more competitive in their endeavors. But for that to happen, entrepreneurs must visualize the opportunities and prepare their organization to seize new opportunities. They will then need to change their human resources. Finally, for the consumer, it means the access to goods and services through the internet and e-commerce. The question that is relevant here is whether our entrepreneurs and the workforce are in position to take advantage of the changes arising from disruptive digital technologies. Are our consumers adequately trained and sensitized to transact safely over the digital medium? Are our schools and colleges producing the required manpower needed for digital tomorrow? We should not only think about digital India today, but we should also visualize the challenges and opportunities of the digital India tomorrow. Finally, what are the initiatives taken by the government to prepare the India to become the digitally ready? These are just a few questions among many others. Friends, I am sure this conference will discuss some of these issues and arrive at useful suggestions and ideas that we could take forward. On my part, I take this opportunity to highlight some of the key initiatives taken by the government under the Digital India program, whose components are aimed at making India digitally ready. The Digital India program is a multi-pronged effort of the government to capture the potential of information technology to transform India into a digitally empowered society and knowledge economy. As a matter of fact, each of the vision area and element of the Digital India program responds well with the theme chosen for this summit. The Digital India program has three vision areas, namely digital infrastructure as a utility for every citizen, governance and services on demand, and digital empowerment of citizens. Friends, the various initiatives under the Digital India program could be further placed into 7 broad action areas. The first relates to creation of IT infrastructure, followed by measures to transform the quality of governance through e-governance, promoting electronic manufacturing. Promotion of IT services constitute the next 2 sets of initiatives. These are complemented by initiatives in R&D, human resource development, including measures to bridge the digital divide. Last and not the least, the program initiative aimed at enhancing India's cyber security. Digital infrastructure is the foundation of digital economy. Connectivity and access to the internet and mobile are critical for all initiatives to be move forward. Keeping that in view, the Digital India program aims to strengthen the infrastructure by expanding broadband highways, while the Ministry of Telecom is playing a major role in this regard. The Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, of which I am the State Minister, is working toward strengthening the IT infrastructure through the National Knowledge Network, which is for providing a high-speed network backbone for all knowledge-related institutions in the country. We are also leveraging cloud-based technology and tapping space technology for enabling service provision through our National Center of Geoinformatics. Friends, in order to make the interface between the citizen and residents with the government seamless and smooth, and to ensure efficient and provisioning of the services, the government has undertaken various initiatives in the area of e-governance. The most important initiative in this regard has been the implementation of the Aadhaar platform for giving a digital identity to every individual in the country. The Aadhaar enrollment has already reached a staggering figure of 1.04 billion residents in India, making it a unique project in the world. No doubt, some fear and apprehension have already been expressed from various quarters with respect to the cyber security, but we are taking care of it. The Aadhaar platform is now being leveraged for implementing the direct benefit transfer schemes, which would take subsidies and other benefits to the deserving. I would like to inform you that under the Aadhaar scheme, at least 74 schemes of the Government of India has already been seeded, maybe not the full, but to large extent. And on this account alone, the government has till now saved about 36,000 crore rupees on account of the direct benefit transfer. So it will be a measures to prevent the corruption to a large extent. misuse and leakage of money. And further, a closely related initiative is the Jan Dhan Yojana, which also rides on the Aadhaar platform and has helped make financial inclusion not just a dream but a reality. An important initiative called Jeevan Praman also operates on the Aadhaar platform to serve as a biometric authentication system for pensioners. The system provides authenticity to digital life certificate without necessity of pensioners being present in person. Since its launch, over 16.58 lakh pensioners have registered on the portal and over 11 lakh 2,700 digital life certificates have been successfully processed. So under the Digital India scheme, the vision of the Prime Minister that the entire office should be personless, paperless, and cashless. The E-Kranti framework is a vision for transforming governance by providing integrated services by utilizing emerging technologies like cloud and mobile platform to provide a host of services in an integrated manner. The government has also launched the digital locker system to enable citizens to securely store and share their documents with service providers who can directly access them electronically. So far, over 20.6 lakhs lockers have been opened. About 24.4 lakh documents have been self-uploaded. A national scholarship portal has also been launched to serve as a centralized platform for application and disbursement of scholarship to students under any scholarship scheme. The e-Sampark is a mechanism to connect the government directly with citizens across India by running mailer, outbound dialing, and SMS campaigns. Friends, for transforming government functions and services successfully, citizen engagement is a very important. To that end, mygov.in platform has been extensively used to receive suggestions, opinions, and feedback, and has helped to structure various policy initiatives. The platform has served an important means of interaction between the government and the citizen and between citizens as well, and has connected around 3.61 million users by now. Under this platform, we have seen that normally in democracy we say that it is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. First time, it may be elected by the people and government may work for the people, but first time in digital India, under this scheme we have realized it is the people, it is the government of the people, because all the schemes of the government, all the policies of the government are on this platform, and the people at last are in position to interact with the government, give their suggestion. Their suggestions are being taken into consideration. And this is a way of the government, creating a more transparency in the working of the system. And it is more conducive for the investment also. The other part of the world, the investor may know that this is a place where we can safely invest. Delivery of citizen-centric services close to place of residence of an ordinary citizen is a major objective under Digital India. In this regard, Common Services Centers scheme are aimed at providing ICT-enabled services to citizens. A total 2.29 lakhs CSCs have been rolled out so far. Delivery of services like Aadhaar enrollment, update, banking, insurance, pension, railway, ticket, passport application, election card, carrying out digital literacy workshop. Educational services of NILET, etc. by the CSCs have made this a vibrant model for delivery of citizen services. This is a model, this is going to be a game changer of the country. Around 80 crore population lives in rural area. And as of now, this is a big digital divide. to bridge the digital divide. This is a modus operandi and the vision of the Prime Minister. That by 2017, every Gram Panchayat must have a high-speed internet. We are having 250,000 Gram Panchayat. And by that time, some of the services we have identified. These services are around 351. And these services are getting the citizens in their Gram Panchayat at their doorsteps. And the next steps, through these CSCs, these are called as common service centers, but in some of the states are called in other names, depending upon the nomenclature given by that state. But finally, on the basis of because we can also use the existing towers and put the antenna with the different megahertz and providing the internet services as well as mobile services to the CSC, and through this CSC, we can provide a high-speed internet Wi-Fi connection to the village, that Gram Panchayat, meaning thereby connecting 80 crore of population with the internet, and at the same time, we can empower and develop the capacities in them by way of providing the digital literacy. And for that purpose, the government has planned by 2020, 6 crores of our youth will be digitally literate in the rural area. Now you can see the potential. You can see the growth which we can foresee. And this is not only a challenge, but it is a big opportunity for our country. The list of e-governance initiative is indeed long. More information is readily available in public domain. My objective here has been to give you a flavor of wide range of applications that use digital technologies that have actually been put to use. Friends, each of these areas have been ample scope for industry to closely partner with government in improving the quality of government services and its interface with the citizens. So this is a great opportunity. Not it is for these people at large, but for the businesses also to avail the services. Electronics and IT hardware manufacturing is another major priority area for the government due to its potential to generate employment. The national policy on electronics is already in place. In this context, an important initiative is of setting up of an electronics manufacturing cluster, EMC. These EMCs are poised to attract investment and generate employment opportunities in the country. In order to boost domestic electronics manufacturing, the modified special incentive package scheme aims at providing financial incentives to offset disability and attract investment. The Electronic Development Fund policy has been put in place to provide for participation in venture funds to support R&D, innovation, and IP generation in various domains of electronics, IT, and nanoelectronics. Government has appointed CanBank Venture Capital Funds Limited as fund manager of the Electronics Development Fund. Friends, I would like to submit that as on today, we are importing around electronics goods worth of rupees 350,000 crores. It is vision of our Prime Minister that by 2019, we must reduce to the zero. There should be no import. Therefore, make in India and made in India both should go together. The made in India opportunity is available for our businesses. The make in India opportunity is available for the MNCs. And we have rolled out the carpet for them and provided all type of incentives and facilities. And even the government is ready to hear the stakeholders, to hear the MNCs, to hear the business. And we would provide all conducive atmosphere which is necessary for ease of doing business. And I think the inflow, FDI we have received, and the growth which we see in it is also a tremendous, and it is increasing day by day. The Software Technology Parks of India, STPI, and an autonomous society under the MIT, and it promotes development and export of software and software services and create an environment conducive to entrepreneurship in area of ITs and ITs. The STPI is also the nodal agency for the India BPO promotion scheme and Northeastern BPO scheme, which is aimed at encouraging BPO or ITs operation across the country, including the small town and rural areas. These schemes would be formally launched on 3rd October 2016 in Delhi. Friends, research and development is extremely important for the country to keep pace. In the digital age, MIT is carrying out projects in various fields of perception engineering and bioinformatics. We are also undertaking collaborative research in 4G and 5G technology. MIT is facilitating ICT innovators, SMEs, and technology startups in ICT domain with regard to providing IPR support. The National Supercomputing Mission has been initiated to enable India to join the League of the World-Class Computing Power Nations. A scheme for increasing the supply of PhDs in the area of ESDM is also being implemented through various institutions, including the ITs and NITs. Friends, when we talk about R&D, then we talk about the intellectual property. Because for Digital India, we can't forget it. It is not only the manufacturing and IT-enabled services, these are important, but equally, side by side, we should also take care of R&D and creation of intellectual property in our country. We have seen various countries of the world where the spending, basically the small countries of the Europe, we can see the percentage of GDP, around more than 3% of their GDP goes for R&D and creation of intellectual property. And as in our country, it is less than 1%. So this is a sector and this is an area where we can also think of it. The MNCs is also seriously working on it because there are two factors which is creating a conducive atmosphere in our country. One is pull factor. It is such a big market in the world comprising of 1.3 billion of the people. And secondly, push factor. It may be of the case of the America or it may be a case of China. The push factor, I mean, non-availability of the scientists, non-availability of the engineers and the skilled people in those countries. And this is a region that even some of the companies, as we are hearing, in China, they are working, but they are diversifying their businesses. This push and pull factor is not the region, but more region I can say that in India, if we compare the per hour labor, in China it comes to more than $3.5 per hour, but in India it is less than $1. So it is a difference of 30 to 40%. The manufacturing cost will be reduced. Because the manpower input in manufacturing, or it may be in intellectual property, basically in intellectual property, creation of the intellectual property, the share of the manpower is almost 45%. And not only this, the creation of the infrastructure like construction and other infrastructure in our country, it is only 4 to 70% with comparison to other part of the world. And now recently, the GST has already been rolled out. On this count also, we will have again the 15% less. So this is a time that we can see the MNCs coming for manufacturing. We can see the MNCs coming for IT services. We can see the MNCs coming for intellectual property generation. So this is also time for indigenous business to involve in R&D and generate the intellectual property. Friends, in order to tackle the digital divide in the country, the government is targeting on knowledge, information, and content development. This is an imperative because India needs to build human resource to reap the demographic dividend and also to make citizens digitally ready in terms of their skills and knowledge. At the grassroots level, the National Digital Literacy Mission and the Digital Saksharta Abhiyan aim to make 1% in every household in the country illiterate. The IT training is meant to enable beneficiaries to use IT and related applications for their livelihood and to enhance their employability. The National Digital Literacy Mission for rural area is being implemented with the collaboration of the state government through common service centers. Efforts are underway to enhance skills in ESDM sectors and promoting sector skill council for electronics, telecom, IT and ITs. Security in cyberspace is critical in order to reap the benefit of the digital economy. A national cybersecurity policy has been put in place with the stated mission of protecting information and information infrastructure and build the required capabilities. National Cyber Cooperation Center is being set up to anticipate and prepare for cyber attacks and to generate cybersecurity situational awareness. A botnet cleaning and malware analysis center is being implemented by the Indian Computer Emergency Response Team for detection of compromised system in India and to notify, enables cleaning and securing system of end users to prevent further malware infections. Friends, I hope that I have been able to get across the basic message that challenges that we face are really multifaceted. The digital challenges can be disruptive in a positive sense if we are well prepared and are able to leverage our strength properly. I may also add that being digitally ready today is not an option. It is a necessity and imperative for India if we have to develop and withstand the emerging challenges. The government on its part will not let go of this opportunity and will do everything possible to make India digitally ready. But this possibility can better achieved if our businesses, our academia join together. At the same time, it goes without saying that to be digitally ready, all the major stakeholders in the economy will need to play their role. The emerging technologies offer a plethora of opportunities to business enterprises and budding entrepreneurs who could become game changers by designing and producing IT and electronics products targeted to meet the domestic economy. Indian entrepreneurs can indeed create a niche market for themselves, which will also help them to become globally competitive. Friends, this summit being together industry leaders, experts, and policy makers to discuss the future of digital readiness of India, I'm sure this interaction will yield new insights and help us safe, dynamic, and pragmatic initiative by all stakeholders. In the end, I would like to reiterate my deep appreciation for the initiative taken by the Economic Times and HP Group of bringing together various stakeholders and giving me the opportunity to be present here today. I look forward to your suggestions and ideas, and I assure you that we need suggestions and ideas. And whenever discussions are required, we are ready every time. And if those suggestions and ideas are conducive for investment and helpful for the country, then certainly those will be incorporated in the policy decision. I thank you for your kind attention. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shri P.P. Chaudhary, for a very insightful and detailed address. We are very grateful to you. I request Mr. Aman Kanjlia, Senior Director, Conferences, Times Conferences Limited, to present the Honourable Minister with a memento as a token of our appreciation.